Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. Loads of people have requested Warbirds, i.e. World War II planes, versus modern fighters like an F-15 Eagle. Now, obviously, in a big BVR match where we're a few miles apart, the Eagle will win every time. It's got radar, it's got missiles and stuff. That's, you know, we know that. But what we don't know is about dogfighting, and what we're going to do is we're going to force a situation here where this F-15 has to stay within the confines of the airfield or very near. It can go up and down as much as it wants, but it has to stay in a turn fight. And we're going to see what the difference between wing loading, power to weight ratio, stuff like that, really, how they matter in a turn fight, and how superior a Warbird is to a modern fighter in a close confined turn fight. Because people think power fighters like this F-15 are really nimble and agile because, you know, they look cool when they're turning and stuff like that. The reality is not. The reality is that F-15 takes miles to turn around, where this Spitfire takes literally a few hundred feet to turn around. I can turn around twice by the time that F-15 is turned around. That's the reality. And we're going to prove that today. So we're just getting information with him now. He's going to have to go a little bit uncomfortably slow because we've got to all catch up. When I say go, the Eagle will start fighting. The first thing he's going to do is start turning or climb or something like that. I'm going to give a few seconds delay before the Spitfires can start going, can start shooting. I would say when the Spitfires can start going. First of all, we're going to unleash the Eagle. In 3, 2, 1, go Eagle! Right, so stay in the turn fight, stay in the turn fight. Spitfires, wait for it, wait for it. Spitfires, go! Let's take this guy to town. Now, look at that guy struggling, that F-15's struggling. He's trying to get some speed in that jet, but there's nothing he can do to turn. Don't you go too far away. I can just sit comfortably all day on his backside. There's nothing he can do. The only way he can get some turn rate is if he went out to sea miles and he got 400 knots, and he can't do that because we're forcing him in a turn fight here. And I'm reeling him in.
Couldn't he climb, Cap?
Yeah, he can climb. Try climb, see what happens. The problem with his climb is he's 20 tons of steel. And my Spit is going to out-climb him all day. And he's got to come down at some point. You don't go too far away from that airfield.
So, Cap, what's the password?
1, 2, 3. Okay, he's turning in. Cap's lost Joy. Where is he?
Pretty much over the taxiway at the moment. He's moving south now.
Roger, let's go and get him. Look how easily I'm just manoeuvring around the Spitfire. Around the Eagle. I'm literally flying around him, and I'm under no pressure at all. Any point I can take this shot. He's good. Okay, let's start shooting, boys. Get some. Nothing he can do. Get some. He's going down for speed. Hit. And that, sir, is a dead F-15, and that's how easy it was. I'm a shit dogfighter, and it just proves how absolutely there's nothing he can do. He can climb all day, he can come back at me, but I can turn so quickly. Look at that. I turn so quickly. There's nothing that guy can do to shoot us down. Unless he flies away at Mach 1, turns around 10 miles away, then he can come in and lock us up and stuff like that. And we could run this all day. That F-15, that flank, and that MiG-29, there's nothing they can do. So when people say Warbirds are useless, yes, in a BVR big environment, they are. Against a modern fighter, but in a close dogfight situation, and you can force a close dogfight situation if you're, for instance, in the mountains, you can force him into a turn fight, and there's nothing he can do. He'll be absolutely dead. It takes him so long to get energy in that aircraft. That's it. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was a good proof of concept. Otherwise, all good, and we'll see you later.
Yeah, there was no way. I even climbed, dropped down, got up to like 550 knots, and as soon as I tried to make that hook, man, I lost all speed.
Nothing you can do. It's just not designed for that. And that's the thing, when you're designing a fighter, you can add things, you got speed, you can add missiles, you can add radar, but it's always a compromise. You've got to start losing your turn rate, you've got to start losing your power to weight ratio. So it's a real thing. Right, Cap is turning on a funnel now. Let's see how this bird lands. So